Hello, my darlings. Mother Raven here, with another wonderful tale to tell you. This one is again by SpookyBOsnian, with some wonderful creatures of legend of the Balkans. This one is entitled Lesovik, the Ancient Guardian of the Woods on the Balkans. Woods. They are going extinct. People's greed is too great to handle. So the woods suffer. The animals in them suffer. But as you may or may not know, there are still lots of woods in the Balkans. It is not for our will to preserve them. We are as greedy as the others, but for the creatures guarding them. I love woods. I live beside them my entire life. I see them as my friends, as my sanctuary from all bad things. But there are bad things living in the woods. It was cold that day, but not wet. Breezy, but also perfect, as I love winter. It was a bad day at school. I was failing maths. I needed to clear my head. I tried listening to music, writing even like now, but it didn't help. So I turned to an old friend, the woods. They were beautiful that day, green, healthy. I greeted the trees as I entered, like an old friend whom I haven't seen in a long time. I felt safe. I kept walking until I came to my favorite spot. It was a high rock above all others. It peaked just above the trees. I sat there and thought about everything. Life, school, love, friends, and family. You see, woods are different here. They are green in ways you cannot even imagine. A whole new shade of green is found. So bright, so warm to the heart. As I was sitting there, I heard a crunch. Snapping back into reality, I looked around me. What I saw shocked me. It was a man, but he was tall, huge even. He had a long beard and long hair. He was muscular, like he came out of a movie. His beard was green, and it was moss. He looked as if he'd slept on the ground, so the moss and grass grew over him. I was bewildered. My thoughts raced, my instincts telling me to hide and to do it quickly. I was too slow. He saw me. He started running towards me, ground shaking as this beast of a man stepped on it. With easily 500 kilograms in him. Then I blacked out, most likely out of fear, because I don't remember him hitting me. I wake up. I'm sitting inside a log, what appears to be. It was a huge log. In it had a chair-like object, a table and fireplace. I was puzzled, and that is a small thing to say for this occasion. To my surprise, I was not tied. I could leave, but something told me not to. So I remained silent and just sat there. Then the man came in. His breathing was raspy and deep. When he spoke, the tree vibrated. The deepness of his voice could stop the ocean. He said,
"Don't be scared, little man. I will not harm you. I am not like the others of my kind."
Then I asked him, "What is your kind?" He said,
"The Lesoviks."
It all came back. The stories of the ancient guardians of the forest, of their cruelty, and one thing, they never came out in the winter. I immediately asked him what he was doing out there, seeing as it was winter. He was surprised. I could see it in his eyes. Then he said he was surprised I knew about their kind. He said,
Times are tough. I came out for one thing, wood. I need it for my fireplace. But I feel sadness every time I tear down a branch. In all of my lifetime, I fired up the fireplace once. And now, this winter is cruel. It has not been like this in 1,000 years. Things are changing, little man.
I felt for him, as he was breaking everything he devoted his life to, preserving the woods. But then again, he was right. This winter was cruel. One like this had not been around in 1,000 years. Your spit would freeze in the air before it reached the ground, bouncing on it like a marble. I asked again, "But aren't you supposed to be cruel and hate humans?" He answered,
I am, but I don't. I'm not like others of my race in that view. I don't hate all the humans. I hate the greedy ones. The ones that yearn the gold. I don't hate you. You have been nothing but kind to these woods. I see you when you sit on that rock. I do that too. It is my favorite place here. I also have things troubling my mind. What will happen when they come for these woods? We are going to have to stop them, to fight them. This world will die without the trees. These woods are a home to many animals, to my brothers. I will fight for them. I will die for them. They are my home, and I am going to defend them.
I felt warmth in my chest as he talked. I could see that he loved these woods, that they are his everything. He offered me a drink, a tea it was. It was tasty. I then stayed for a couple more hours in his house. We talked about everything, about these times, about what he thinks will come. He said,
It's getting dark now. You should go home. Monsters come out. I will walk with you to the end of the woods, just to know you are safe.
As I said my goodbye to him, he then said,
My name is Lesovik Endure. And what is yours, little man?
I said that my name is Eldin. He said to come visit again, and if I don't find the way, that I just need to sit on that rock, and he will come. That's the story of how I made a friend, the wisest one I've got. I beg of you, save the woods. Thank you, my darlings. I really love this story. The themes are timeless and yet very timely. Just lovely. And I thank SpookyBOsnian for allowing me to share this with you. And I will catch you next time. So quoth this raven.